Hello beautiful family, I trust you are good. So in this very video I want to talk about things that will affect you after monetization. We all know that getting to that point of monetizing an account as a content creator is not easy. Especially on the YouTube platform, getting 1,000 subscribers is not a one-day job. As well as getting the 4,000 watch hour that's needed for long form video or 3 million to 10 million public view. That it's not an easy task. Now, getting all this and then you are being monetized is a whole different experience. However, despite all this stress, it is very important that I let us know there is a beautiful and lifelong experience for anyone who has actually gotten to that point of monetization. But it is important to note that life after monetization is the most important aspect of this journey. There are a couple of things that would affect you if you don't start the right way. There are a couple of things that may stand out as challenges for you if you don't do the following things I'm going to be discussing on. So let's go right into the conversation for today. But before we do that, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please do well to click that subscribe button. Also do well to like, share and comment on this very video if you like the content, so that content like this would also have the opportunity to come your way after now. You can also do well to check other contents on this platform as it relates to YouTube growth, YouTube policy, and also things on health and business. Alright, now let's go right into the discussion. The first thing you need to do right, you need to fix before you start content creation, alright, as a content creator, is that you have to set up your email account in the appropriate way. While trying to conclude or to wrap up your setup for email account, it is necessary that you keep your account on personal instead of keeping it on organization, because while completing your setup there are three options. One is personal, the other is organization, and then there is a third one which, if I recall, I'm going to let us know on another video. All right, for now the two most important that anyone will likely choose is individual or personal or organization. Those are the two likely setup that anyone would want to choose. What are the challenges with choosing each of them? Now if you choose the personal, it is less stressful when you are about completing the monetization process as compared to organization. In organization you need the CAC registration certificate, whereas in the other one all you need is just your TIN, which is tax identification number. That's all you need for the personal account, whereas for organization you need your CAC registration certificate. So it is very important. For me, I would recommend that you choose personal. The next thing you need to know or fix while trying to grow your YouTube channel is that you must ensure that you build a community right from the onset. How do you build community? It simply means you have to support every other person who are also into content creation. Alright? No man is actually an island when it has to do with YouTube success. You need to support every other person. Have a person also that supports you. But if you don't have a family, a community, it becomes challenging, especially as it's concerned with visibility and virality of your content. Also, it's important to note that if you don't build community, after monetization, you won't have sufficient cash out because you will not have sufficient views. That's another challenge with not building a trustworthy and time-tested community. And the next thing we need to know, or you need to master and fix right on time, is how to upload video. If you don't know how to upload video the right way, it becomes a challenge after monetization, because if you don't know how to go about hashtag, you can get your account shadow banned. You must master how to record your video. The best way for long form video is to keep it on landscape, whereas for short form video you keep it on portrait. These are some of the things you need to know whilst you are still striving towards monetization. The next thing you need to know is that while uploading your video, you must be able to change the file name before posting. Change the file name before posting to the title of what you want the video to be. And the next thing you also need to know is that while posting your video, keep it on private. You will see a video I made where I recommended unlist, but I actually got a copyright with unlist, and since then I learned a very important lesson. Please don't unlist your video. Keep your video on private to be on the safe side. This is something I had to learn in a very hard way. I got a copyright strike from keeping my video on list. Why do you keep your video on private or on list? It's for the YouTube system, the YouTube algorithm, to check out if there are any issues as regards to that very video before you can now make it public. So keep your video on private. The next thing you need to know is how to title your video. You have to check other big YouTubers that are doing very well on the YouTube platform so that you know how to title your video. So what we do in this YouTube street is all about copying other persons, alright? So you need to know how to copy the right way. So when you see a video that is having millions of views, in titling yours, you title in similar pattern, alright? There are some clauses that would act as a clue when viewers are searching up your content. So for instance, you are into how to, alright? So if you want to title your video, you have to put it, for instance, let's say how to prepare jollof rice or how to prepare fried rice. But if you don't know, you can just give it any random title, which will not increase your recommendation rate. Next to this is the time of posting. So before you upload your video, try to have a specific time that you upload your video. It will also help you in a greater way. The next thing you need to fix or you need to master before it gets to that point that you are being monetized has to do with you getting acquainted with the YouTube policies. Because if you are not acquainted with these policies, you will suffer a lot of copyright and copyright strikes. There are words you are not supposed to use while making your video. And while posting your video, there are certain kind of graphics that are not supported on the YouTube platform because you want to make the platform as safe as possible. So it's important you master the YouTube policies, because it is after monetization that you will suffer a whole lot of stress if you do not master. To add up to that, it's important that you get the necessary document on time. You will hear some YouTubers will tell you, wait until after monetization. But from my experience, I would say get the necessary document before monetization. They include NIN, which is National Identification Number, CAC, which is the business registration to get the business name, right? And then you also need to get either your driving license and the rest. And then the appropriate, even while giving your address, what you use for your CAC or any of those documents must tally with the address that you're giving, all right? So that your completion of AdSense creation will not take a long time. So it's very necessary you fix all these things long before monetization. It's very necessary you fix them. And then your dollar account, if you need to use that, you're supposed to have created it long before monetization. That's my recommendation. Some person will tell you after monetization, but because of the stress in it that you may even lose your monetization, is why I would advise you get this thing before monetization. Last but not the least has to do with you posting regularly. You have to master the act of posting regularly. For instance, on my channel, I'm almost getting to a year after monetization. It is important to note that your account must always meet up with the 4,000 watch hour even after monetization, else you will be demonetized, which is now going to give me a whole lot of stress to keep up to that 4,000 watch hour. Because once my 4,000 watch hour completes a year, some starts to drop off. So it's important that you master the act of posting videos regularly so that you will meet up with the 4,000 watch hour. Having learned all this, I believe that this information are actually useful to you, and if they are, let me know in the comment box, and I look forward to that moment where this channel becomes your most favorite click. But for now, thank you and remain blessed. See you on my next video.